Rising, rising, peace to the gods and goddesses, peace to my kings and queens. Y'all know who y'all rocking with. I'm that dark-skinned one. This is Bite TV, where Black.intelligence, truthfully educate. Talk to me nice so you ain't gonna get to talk to me twice. How my people's doing out there? How my doggies doing out there, man? Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes. I ain't been back. Because, we switching up a lot. YouTube switching up a lot. Definitely was fighting a little case. I didn't throw it out there because the case is actually very, very, very sensitive. And I was able yesterday to cop out to something small, something light. But it's the effects of everything, We'll get into that a little later. I still don't think I'm ready to disclose everything. My fault for the shaking, you heard? But I still don't know if I'm really want to disclose everything on for the internet because sometimes this ain't the place because you could become content just like that, you heard? But we definitely gonna tune into a few topics that's out there, and give my little opinion on a lot of stuff that's going on. You heard a lot of things that I ain't really feeling, or a lot of things that's just out there. I'm looking like I ain't got my watch, but it's cool. It's alright. We still tuned in. You heard? Okay, so one of the first topics we're going to talk about, right? And this is like a question. It's a big question. It's something that is happening a lot. And we want to know what's up. They wanted to get me back on. I'm on, and it's time for us to talk about these topics, you heard? Because it's all about standing tall, being a real one for most people. And then for the other bunch, it's all about looking cool, you heard? As long as you can look cool, you can get away with a lot of shit. So we going the first situation, right? And it's a question that we gonna share here. We gonna do this shit together, you heard? But okay, so BG, he got jammed up, right? And in the midst of him getting jammed up, we all know he a rapper, big name, He tried to pay somebody to take the charge. And the homeboy agreed, and then it came out that BG had to actually testify and all that, right? So we gonna get into that right there because this is what's actually happening with Star Brim. We gonna get into the Star Brim situation. I really want to dig deeper into that to the Star Brim situation, but it kind of all ties in, right? So drop a comment and tell me how do you feel about people paying people to take charges. We gonna create the scenario, right? We driving. It could be me, you, and somebody else, right? We driving. I'm behind the wheel. It's my car. But I'm the big name. I'm the bag. I'm the money. I'm who take care of everybody around us. And them people get on our ass. Right then and there, when them lights go on and you hear that whoop, we got some decisions to start making right then and there. Who's gonna take this charge? Man, listen, growing up, how I grew up, I think that, a lot of the homeboys, once we start getting in trouble and shit like that, we was kind of eager to be like, yo, that's mine. Yeah, let my peoples go. That was me. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I was always that individual that if I got jammed up with mad niggas, yo, that's mine. Let me get that. You heard? And it's not really to portray like I'm tougher than everybody else around me. It's just I know what's the sense of 10 of us going down for one situation. You understand? Now, Now this was starting to happen too. Now this was been happening, but this is coming to the light too. So now y'all riding around, right? The same scenario, but somebody else, I don't got it on me. Somebody behind me got the gun on them, right? They throw it, they take it off of them, throw it under the seat. What is protocol? What is protocol for everybody in that car? We already know if nobody owning up, the person who's on the papers for this car and who's driving and who vehicle this is, they are getting the charge. In places like New York, they'll charge all of y'all. If nobody confessed to it, then all of us going down. What do we feel about the dude who gun it is? He got it on his waist. He see them people getting behind him, and he take the gun off his waist and he throw it under the seat. What we do right there? You heard? What do we call that? Is that the same as being a rat, or is it the same as being a bitch ass nigga, or a fuck nigga, or a nigga who a nigga don't want around them? And let's say that the scenario would happen, and the driver don't want to go down for some shit that he know he wasn't riding with. Do that give him the okay to be like, yo, that ain't my gun? It's one of these dudes in the back gun. You understand? Is it okay for him to do that? No. Not never in a million years. You want to know why? Because we got a system called we got a law system, right? We got a system that comes with cases and looking up cases and fightings and trials and statements and all of that, right? And once you start realizing the court of law, it could work against you and it actually could work for you. So if you the driver, right, and you driving your homeboys from A to B, or you could be an Uber driver, right? You could be doing Uber in your little spare time, and you pick up a customer and you don't know him. You don't know him at all. Y'all get pulled over. He throw a gun under the seat. You know, what you gonna do? My advice is you stay quiet, because all you got to do is tell the cops, yo, that is not my gun. Yes, this is my car. I didn't have no knowledge of this gun being in my car. And to prove it, you could take my DNA, my fingerprints. You can see if I touched the gun or anything. 9 times out of 10, that would give you a better chance to fight. You understand? And the way that everything is set up now, it's hard to lie, right? I kind of was talking to my peoples about this, right? Like, let's say my son, he come in from school and he the teachers called my house, yo, your son wilding, I had a problem with him. And it's 2 teachers, not 1, right? And my son come home. And I got to ask him, like, yo, what up? What's going on? What's going on in school? Why you got a phone call? I ain't do nothing. This was me. I used to be just like my son. What? Nah, they bugging out his thumb. And then you start realizing that, yo, everybody can't lie. Everybody's saying the same thing. So you mean to tell me those 5 teachers is lying on you? Yeah, that's how I used to be. Hell yeah, that. You understand? But nah. So when you in a situation like you driving and you got some passengers in your car, and a gun wound up under your seat or under the passenger seat or anywhere in the car, it got a thing like the forensic officers. You see how they got to scrape the wall and get the bullet out and test the bullet, see where it was fired from, put all that, right? All of that shit they have to do. That's called them doing their work. And when they do their work, they so sharp with it where they could tell if you fired the shot from inside the house or outside the house. If you was, you understand, they real good at what they do. So in that type of case, you kind of let the law do what they got to do. Meaning, you don't got to tell on nobody. You just say, hey, my fingerprints is not on that gun. It is in my car, but I did not have it. You could take my DNA. lie detector test, whatever you may want to do. I don't know who gun it is, and that's just what I'm sticking with. And eventually, if you got to fight this in trial or whatever, I think that you'll win. I probably 90% that you'll beat that charge, right? But now let's get into the it is my gun. It's my car. I'm driving it. It is my gun, but I don't want to go back to jail. I'm the bag. I'm the big bag. Am I wrong for looking at one of the passengers and saying, yo, take this charge, I'm going to give you $50,000 right now. Or take this charge, I'm going to give you $100,000 right now, and I'm going to pay for your lawyer. I'm going to make sure you get the less time possible. And that is not wrong. It's not wrong at all, because we've seen movies, we seen documentaries, we heard interviews, and how people done said that, yo, when the police started kicking niggas' doors in, I had to stand up for the boss man. I had to take the whole weight so the shit won't fall. And that is called loyalty. That is called being a soldier, being a stand-up soldier. That is called being loyal to your cause, to your team. And there's nothing wrong with that. You heard, we have seen that so many times, where the kingpin was about to get all the time for the murders, but his hitman stepped up and took the rap for everything. That's how the kingpins wound up skating, is because they trusted lieutenant or they main enforcer step up and be like, yo, I did it all. Give me the time. And that is special. I'm not gonna lie, that is special. That is rare. That is something that we don't see no more in the street culture. But we've seen it. We've seen it plenty of times. So this is what BG did. You heard he hollered at somebody he got jammed up with that was in a car with him. He offered them the money. The dude accepted. And so BG was able to skate, get bonded out or whatever, right? But then he get caught up again in the same situation. And he tried the same thing again. He look at his friend like, yo, look, I'm going to pay you such and such for you to take the case. And I'm going to get you the best lawyers and such and such and such and such, right? The dude go for it again. But now, all right, he go for it again. BG pay for the lawyers and all that. He give him the same lawyer that he got. And now when it's time to take the time, the lawyer come back and tell dude like, yo, look, I know we promised that you was going to get like 2 years, but the way this judge is being an asshole. The lowest I could get you is 5 years or 10 years with your record, right? And now you don't want to do it no more. You like, yo, nah, fuck this. That was in my gun. Fuck that, right? Is the person wrong for doing that? Man. Me, I gotta be real, right? If you and your man agree on something and we know that us being in the streets, we not God. We can't say, yo, this is really gonna happen and it happened. You understand? The most a person could say is, yo, look, if you take this charge, I'm gonna give you this amount of money, and I'll give you a lawyer, and we gonna try to get you this time right here, cause you ain't got no record or whatever. You understand? And if BG paid his bread, gave him his money and stuff like that, but then when it came down for son to take it to trial, when it's time for son to take the time, and they was kind of going above the time that BG said son was going to get, and he switch up, I'm going to be real. Homie is wrong for switching up, because you gave your man y'all word. Y'all agreed to something. You understand? You could have not been money hungry. Money could have not been what you needed. And you could have been like, yo, nah, look, I got a family home too, nigga. You might be a famous rapper, but nigga, You the famous rapper riding around with guns and shit. I could take the drugs and everything that I'm partaking in, but if I ain't got no gun on me, I can't take that, bro. I got family just like you got family. I got kids to protect and all that. I can't protect you. That is telling the truth, if that is your truth. Or if you somebody who don't got nothing going on, right? And you like, yo, yeah, shit, fuck that. I'm going to take it. You dead wrong for switching up. You understand? As men, right? I seen a question out there, and this is real. But as men, we got to understand what we are being loyal to. You understand? And if your niggas that you came up with and your gang is what you love the most and what you put your loyalty in, it's nothing wrong with that. It is not. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nobody on this earth that could tell you who to be loyal to. You understand? But now, if you are a man and let's say you got kids or family or a wife, then to honor your vows and the promises that you made to your kids and stuff like that, now those street codes and street loyalty, it gotta kind of share room with the other side that you built. So if you built this street persona up, but you also have this family man persona with your kids and all that, you have two sides of you that you have to honor. And in situations like jail and streets and shit like that, they don't leave room for you to pick two. You only got one. And so as a man, this is why I got into this type of doing these videos. I want y'all to know right now, right? Because I didn't drop in like 3 weeks and we could see it. And it's because, this is 100% real. It's only because YouTube is keeping me in a space where I have to tell jail stories. I am not that person no more. Do you understand that? I done got the scars for this shit. I done did the time for this shit. I done made enemies from this shit. I done made friends for this shit. But I am not a part of that shit no more. You understand? So to be kept in a box and say, I have to create this, y'all already know. If I rebelled against the system, I'm definitely going to rebel against YouTube and shit like that. If they try and put me in a box. So I made that choice that, yo, I'm not that person no more. I'm not no young boy who gang is all I have. Nah, hell no. And so for the men out there or the guys, the young adults out there, it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to choose. And your choices is not gonna you can't make everybody happy. You can't make the street side happy and your family happy at the same time. You gotta pick one, right? It's a question going on out there, right? When the dude he run around New York and he asking people, what would you rather do? 20 years? No. What would you rather do? Snitch on the homies or cheat on your wife? And everybody said cheat on my wife. I'd rather cheat on my wife, right? And I applaud those answers because these are people who made their mind up. Yo, I'm in the street shit. This is what I'm going to. This is what I hold, you know. But that's not everybody's answer. That would be my answer. Yo, I'm going to cheat on my bitch. I'm not going to tell on the homies. I'm going to definitely cheat. You understand? But it is what it is. So moving forward, right? That was BG's situation. I don't know how y'all feel about that situation. Homeboy switched he switched his mind once he realized, like, yo, I could get 5 years or 7 years, some shit like that. BG told him he probably only could get 2 years, and the time went up, and Homeboy like, yo, look, I ain't with it, that was in mine. Boom. But BG already testified in court, like, yo, that was his gun and shit like that. And so niggas put the snitch card on his name for that. And I'm gonna be real, I didn't think that was a snitch card. I think he paid the nigga. He tried to orchestrate the whole situation and it backfired on him. But he didn't snitch on some, yo, I can't do the time, I'm about to tell on some punk shit. He ain't do that. So now they saying Star Brim is somebody who once the indictment got handed down, they said through through Cardi's revenue, Star Brim was able to pay a few people to take the cases and to, like take the weight and say she ain't do or whatever it was, right? And then it came out the time that she got. It showed everything, and it also showed that it's sealed documents, right? So this is what I could say, because this is kind of ugly that we got the internet, right? We got the internet where we got grown-ass men antagonizing a whole mother, a whole female. I don't give a fuck if she was claiming gang and claiming to be the bloodiest blood out there. She's still a female. And she's still a mother now, a new mother at that, and somebody who just lost her parents. You understand? That's like me looking at my bitch, wanting her to be gang still. You understand, bro? Like, bro, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up as a whole. We have to see, because we blame them for holding us down, right? We blame their prison systems. We blame their systematic racism. We blame the in your face racism. Oh, I'm not letting you get a job. We blame a lot of shit on them, on the government, on the elites, on the whites, on the oppressors, right? And then we got this shit going on right in our face, in our community, by us. We got grown-ass men making videos to antagonize a mother, a new mother, even if she was gangbanging or not, a new mother. And then it's somebody out there that made a whole video, a rap and all that, right? You got a rapper, I don't know the name, not gonna put the video up, but you got a whole rapper who went at her too, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm looking at her, and then I see the video of her explaining her whole situation, explaining the time she got, and she dropped her paperwork, right? And it instantly reminded me of when I was on the yard. Meaning I came up, pulled up to a new jail. You get love from some people, then you get the little funny face from some who think you ratting until you show them the paperwork. Then once you show them that you good, you accept it. When you show them that you bad, you get your ass beat and chased out of there. Man, that shit is a whole program in itself, right? The response, the behaviors, all of that shit. The shit is whack. It's whack and it's corny, and it's even whacker when we go on the internet and we see a king. I call all black men kings, right? Because we all got a king inside of us. We just got to find it and clean it up, polish it. You understand? So we got a king going at one of our black queens about paperwork and working with the feds and snitching and all of that shit, right? I think that shit make us look goofy, bro. It make us look goofy. It make us look bad, bro, as a whole. It make us look bad. We shouldn't even want our females out there gangbanging and shit like that. You understand? So when you got a situation like Star Brim, right, where things changed for her, right? She lived a life as a kid coming up, as we all did. We all took that little left turn instead of the right turn, and she got into the gang culture and shit like that. Then one of her best friends make it big in music, right? Now you finally could say, not forget the gang culture, but you finally have a way to evolve out of it. But this is the thing about our culture, the crab in the bucket mentality. Once everybody's seeing you have a way to evolve out of the situation you in with them, oh baby, they not gonna like it. They not gonna like it not one bit. So I say to Star Brim Shorty, keep on evolving out of it. You ain't even gotta get on the internet and prove nothing. You got a baby to prove everything to. And the reason why we was messed up because our parents didn't have a way to take us out of the madness and show us something different. You do. You finally do. Cardi is your best friend. Get the fuck away and show your kids something beautiful. Give them a chance to not go through what we went through. You understand? That's all I can say about the Star Brim situation. No matter if you told or not, even if you stood tall, stand tall with evolving out of it. Even if you didn't stand tall, understand you didn't stand tall and still evolve out of the madness. You understand? I don't think she took the stand. She didn't throw a lot of people in jail. So evolve out of this, you know? That's all I can say about that situation. We got two more, but we at the 26-minute mark. I came to rock with y'all because y'all rock with me and y'all already know we in this together, man. I'm going to have some content. I got two new segments coming out, right? I got the Keys of the Yard. I got the Keys to the Yard TV. That's gonna be a spin-off of the Locked In segments. I'm still gonna be doing the Locked In segments, but we're gonna get back to that after we drop the Keys to the Yards segment. So now what Keys to the Yards is about? It's about the shot callers. It's about we be doing profile pieces on all the shot callers that actually hold the keys to these yards that we love telling stories about, right? And then I got another segment coming. I tried to drop it last night, and just to test it out and see what it is. But I think is make it make sense. That's another segment I'm doing. Is about disturbing criminals and the places that house them. So we're gonna be looking at some profile pieces on these criminals, man, on some of the most disturbing criminals out there and some of the most disturbing jails out there. You understand? So we could bring light to all this and we could change, you heard, as a whole. But y'all know who y'all rocking around. Bite TV. We out of here.